Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy here, and I am coming to you today with just a quick update on my clothing tracking of the month and just a couple other little things that I am doing for the month that regard fountain pens and exploration. So I'm going to start with this really quick here because I can. So one of the things that I do quite often is I will get art books of any nature. These ones I really adore. These ones tend to be royalty free. You can use these for so many different ways. Like a lot of artists or printmakers and things will use them because they're royalty free and they're just kind of like a compendium of things. And I have another one that's like Gothic borders and architecture and things that I really enjoy. I bought that one. This one I checked out from my library because I wasn't sure about it. It's one of those, I think it's if I looked at it from Abe Books, it's like $10. So it's not that much, but I didn't know it's only 30. It's got 30 different borders from Alfonso Mucha. And my thing that I'm doing this month that I decided along with my goals was that I wanted to, illustrate my outfits every day and talk about how they're feeling, what they're fitting, like all of that, because for multiple reasons. And then I want to study Alfonso Mucha and his flowers and his style and all the artwork. So I have been kind of studying and taking my own interpretation from this. So I've been using my Coffee Monsters Co. with what do you call this? Salted caramel from Diamine's Ink Vent. And so I took from here, because he's got it in a border, took from here and just decided that I wanted to, make my own kind of floral story from here. So I will go through and just kind of add what I like, but make it my own. And I've been doing a lot of different florals this month because I'm focusing on flowers, focusing on just building my visual library. And what I mean by visual library, I heard that term from another artist. And also, side note, if you hear my son, he is home here with me today, and he is busy playing some sort of game while he sits on the couch sick, but you may hear him every once in a while mumbling to himself. I think he's playing Geometry Dash. The game drives me crazy, but anyway, that's just a side note, just in case he pops up. He knows that his mom is filming and that if he could be quiet, I'd really appreciate it, but if he can't because he is 5, he is okay. But so yeah, I just looked here, and then one of the things that I really liked is how they did this, or how he did this in here. I think that really looks cool. So then that's what I did here. But the way that I did it versus the way that he did it, because I just wanted to show how I got this flower. He has these rounded so that they're touching each other, and I didn't do that, and I didn't do that in this one either, because I wanted to show you what I did. So I just went and added another row of petals, just kind of connecting them and making them, different wiggly lines just to give them a little texture. And then it's so simple to just do this because it's basically for this guy. And maybe you don't think it's simple, and that's okay, because I've been drawing for a long time. But it's so simple. Like, I just feel like when you break things down, they are, because that middle part is just a bunch of little circles around and around and around, touching each other. So then when you get them to this point, you just keep going and you make them a little bit bigger each round. And then you have that center that looks just like this, and that's what he did. And then I think the way that I was doing it differently than Mucha was that I didn't taper these, like curve this line. And then he did kind of, it looks like he just did this where like U'd inside. And then he would let the next one go like U'd inside. So just kind of like that. And so then you don't need more than one row of petals because you have them touching and they're curved, which is a little bit different than mine. And that's okay. Like, that's kind of fun, different way to do that. So that's what I've been doing, is just kind of experimenting. And what I'm finding as I'm just pulling, because I literally was like, oh, I like that from this page. So I'm not taking all of his stuff. I'm not completely copying the entire thing. I just like this one flower. And if I draw this 5 or 6 times, they're gonna change from here to here to here to the next ones. I'm gonna find different ways that I like to do things. I did not copy his stems and leaves. I just kind of threw some leaves on there for myself. But that's how I use art books, is that I will go, and I wanted to kind of show that. I will go through them and really just study whatever I'm looking at. Right now I'm focusing on florals. I think this is so cool that this still has this in it. This is from Wichita, Kansas, I think is where I got an interlibrary loan. Oh, please keep interlibrary loan. Our funding for our state just got kind of whacked, so I'm hoping that we still get interlibrary loan, because things like this are such a resource. Like, it's so much fun. Just, I love the way that he does things. And I also did an interlibrary loan for a book like on his background and his whole style. And so that one's a big thick guy, so I'm not going to put him on camera right now, but there's that one. And so I think what I want to do, I think what I'll probably end up doing is just photocopying the ones that I really like that I'm finding at the end, and then I will just return this when I'm done. And I probably won't buy it just because I don't think it's as great as some of the other floral stuff I have. But what I'm doing with all my florals, and I want to show, I am filling pages just so I have just a visual library where I can go back, because what happens is then I'm not copying, like, if that makes sense. I copy, because these were all from a royalty-free floral borders book. And so what I've been doing is I've just been studying them. Okay, nope, that's not on there. But I've been studying them, and then I'm taking them in. Here you can see I just have those 2 flowers. So I'm just building that up so I can go back and be like, well, what kind of flower do I want? Here's this one, you know, and it's evolved because I have, even in my traveler's notebook that I have been working in, I have a couple pages in here, not just of the things that I've gone through in that book. So I have all these different flowers and all these different borders, and I'm thinking about doing just a full tutorial video on flowers and flower borders. If that's something that you'd be interested in, let me know. But then I also looked at a picture of an aster, because I got my Leonardo Momento Zero an aster bouquet. So I wanted to see what an aster looked like. And they kind of look really similar to this Mucha flower. So yeah, and this is the Pannonia Aster ink. Look at how beautiful that ink is. I'm going to do a full talk through, because I had a bad experience with my Leonardo, but I think it was my own experience, broke an entire nib. So yeah, it was awesome. We'll talk about that in another video, but here is where I'm at with this. Okay, let's see here. I want to remember where it was that I started. So this was my first drawing of my outfit. I actually really do love that outfit. It was a simple pair of jeans with this shirt and sweater I got from Costco. I am discovering I just love Costco clothing. But this is where I started my May challenge. So some of these are really colorful and really fun, and some of them are not so much. I really enjoyed this outfit, but it really made me think about the shirt. The shirt is way too big and oversized, and I ended up letting the shirt go. But I love these overalls, and it got me thinking, so for the summer, because I really need new summer clothing that actually fits me, I decided to get a couple of pairs of the Duluth Trading Co. shorts overalls. So then this one is another outfit. Another pair of these jeans that I got from Costco. You will see a trend in my clothing from Costco, but I used my Coffee Monsters Co. pen in my hair, so if in certain lights it glitters. And I also used my butterscotch Diamine Ink Vent color with some Tasha Suchi. These are my Birkenstocks. I wear those all the time. But this is a shirt I got off of Amazon, and it's like one of the only ones that I actually kept from Amazon. I'm not finding that last year, for some reason, the Amazon clothes worked really well for me, but they don't so much this year. So, all right, so let's see here. That's different stuff, but I can share this. This is, I'm trying to be a little bit more creative. And so this was, we watched a video, my son and I did, of Micah Oatley, and she was doing these floral borders, and they're so pretty, and it fit in really well with what I've been working on, like thought process with florals. And so I did a floral dragon in the middle, and so did my son, because he's picked what we put in the middle of our borders. But that was a lot of fun to do. This is a washi tape I got from Archer and Olive that I just kind of threw on there. And then my friend a couple years ago gave us the Atlas Coffee Club starter trial, and you got like $10 off the subscription. Well, we loved the coffee, and so then every month we get a new coffee, and this month it came from Vietnam. So I decided to start, they have all these really cute like postcards and things that come with it, and I decided to put it in here and write about our coffee. We haven't opened the one from Vietnam yet, but that is when we finish the coffee that we have right now. In the next couple days, we will be opening that. I'm really excited. But I was just playing with a lot of different borders on this page and trying out some different things. And this outfit, this one kind of made me sad. I love this jumper. It's a romper that has kind of a drop crotch, if that's the best way to say it. So that like pants, like I'm up here for, you know, where my two legs meet, but the pants go here. So it's like there's space where my legs kind of rub together, which is fine because I have shorts and everything that I work through, because I have thighs that rub together. I am not a small person, so I have to think about these things. I am like just on the cusp of plus size now, so I really have to think about this stuff. And the thing that I found is I wish this would have been a dress, and I don't want to modify my clothes. I really just don't feel like making clothing right now, so I don't want to modify my clothing. I want to just have it fit and be comfy, and I wish this was a dress. I tried to find something like this in a dress where it's that thing, that very casual like jumper that like Free People had, but I didn't find it. I found like one that was kind of close, but I loved this print. However, it just wasn't comfortable, and by the end of the day I wanted it off because it just kept riding up. And so this has been really good. So this is May 3rd, already getting rid of clothing. This was me emptying out my Serpentine Balloons Twisby because I've had it inked for months, and so this was the end of the ink. But I am looking at practicing borders. This was me practicing borders because I'm still considering doing a tutorial video on florals and borders and things. So if that's something that you want, let me know down in the comments and I will consider doing it. All right, so May 4th's outfit. I didn't have a chance to write about my outfit yesterday, but I finished it. My friend and I went to Barnes & Noble we do this like once a month to solo RPG together. And so this was my first month of having my solo RPGs in a traveler's journal. And I shared my traveler's journal setup earlier this week on a video. So if you want to check that out, you can. This is my Sailor Moon one. It's what I have in my RPG. I got a passion tea lemonade, but I bought this top last year, and so it is way too big, but it's still comfortable. But it kind of makes me look like, I don't know, it was weird, but I did find it again, so I bought it in the right size. And then these are Costco shorts. Costco is my love, and so yeah, they're really comfortable. I don't know which ones they were, but I love them. And then my Kuru sandals. I love Kuru. Kuru is a brand that helped me. I had plantar fasciitis from working retail many years, and they have fixed my feet so I can wear like literally any shoe now, but I love them still. And May 5th, I wore a dress that I made. This is made from a fabric that is custom printed by this company named Blended Thread Fabrics. I love their fabric. This is a bamboo lycra. I love it so much. It is so comfortable. And this made me think, okay, I'm trying to find new summer dresses. If I get a chance to just sit down and think about it, maybe I'll make myself another one because I do have more blended thread. But I did make this, and I love this dress, and it doesn't have pockets, so that's kind of a negative, but I walked 2 miles in this outfit and still felt just fine in it, and I was comfortable. And the only thing that I can say about this day is that I tried blending tombos. I colored and blended tombos, and it did not work out. I don't recommend it. It bled through to the other page, and yeah, not my thing. But the outfit was a plus. All right, May 6th, I spilled some water on my book, which sucks. So my hair kind of went everywhere. But this is my outfit from May 6th. And I realized that this is the day I realized I had 2 pairs of like olive green shorts because I love them. But these ones are from Old Navy. And this is another Costco top. These are like, I think they call it 32 degrees, but these are like a cooling shirt. And so back where was it? Where did I have my cooling shirt before? Was it my first day that I did this? Yes, this one. I have this in all 4 colors because it's so comfortable. So these ones are really comfortable, and I liked this. What did I say? This one is a matte and cute. I feel put together for a summer outfit, but a lot of what I'm finding is that when I feel really cute, it's not always like super comfortable. I felt super cute that day. This one I think I gave a 10 out of 10. Like there was, besides the fit of the shirt, and once I got it in the right size, perfect. But yeah, I think, yeah, there. And then I got my first order from Nico Neko Zakaya stationery store. So I have all the pieces, I just haven't put them together. And then this day I was taking my son on a field trip to our zoo. This was his kindergarten field trip. So I just wore some jeans, some black jeans with, this was my school, my teacher. This is actually a shirt that's for teachers. This is a teacher top that we can wear. On Fridays in my district, we are allowed to wear t-shirts and jeans. Otherwise, we can't wear jeans. So it's just our district rule. We do need to be like a little bit more, dressy for our students and everything. So on Fridays, we get to dress more casual. So every year, our district provides a nice t-shirt. So this was last year's t-shirt. And I thought, since because I don't teach at my son's school, I don't have my son's school's shirt, and that's what they were wearing. So I wore another shirt, a teacher shirt, so that they can recognize me. And the students, even his classmates and everything, when you're wearing a teacher shirt, they recognize you. And I just want them to know that they're with a safe adult. So there's that. This right here is one of those prime examples of comfort level, 10 out of 10. I love my t-shirts and like my jeans. I've switched since becoming a teacher. I have switched to having colored denim. So most of my denim, I have like 2 pairs of just like blue jeans, but otherwise they're colored denim because I can wear colored denim to work. So I have a lot of that, and that's comfortable. The problem is that what I find is that as it's getting hot, because let me look right now, The temperature is, yeah, the temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And we, just a month ago, were at like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was below freezing, and most of like 9 months out of the year it's below freezing. And so that's why I'm doing this challenge. Harrison, honey, shh. Why I'm doing this challenge, I am finding that I need summer clothes. And I always struggle with summer clothes because I can just wear my comfy wide leg jeans or my skinny jeans. I love jeans. I can wear those, my colored jeans with a crew neck sweatshirt. That's my comfort. That's what I wear all winter long. But the moment that it starts getting warm, I have no idea what to wear because I can't wear my crew neck sweatshirts. And I just, some days do not feel like wearing just a regular like unisex t-shirt. You know the ones, the cotton t-shirts that are just oversized and just frumpy. They just I don't feel put together as much as I do when I have nice fitted crew neck sweatshirts, or I have them that have like fun, like I have Hello Kitty ones and things that I can engage with students with, but not so much in the summer. So it's a struggle. And then I didn't color these last couple because I'm still working on them. I need to get mine done for today too. May 8th, I got to go back with my students that I long-term subbed for last. I was with them for over 3 months and they were just wonderful. So I got to go with them on the 8th down to Omaha for a zoo trip. It was wonderful. So we all had to wear a specific shirt that if you know, I tucked in the shirt, the shirt sleeves because I was getting overly hot because I didn't think about how hot it would be in some of those, like the desert dome. Oh my gosh, it gets so hot in there. I forgot, they have to keep the animals happy, but I wore my hair in pigtails. 10 out of 10 for my hair. It was so comfortable. I wore black jeans. Why? Tennis shoes. So this, again, didn't have to be cute, but this was one of those outfits that I scored 10 out of 10, except for that I didn't think, and I had to wear the t-shirt, so that's fine, but I rolled the sleeves in and got super hot and overheated, and that happens, but I also got sunburned on my shoulders. So negative 10 out of 10 for getting sunburned because I'm still dealing with it. It's real rough. I forgot to wear sunscreen because most of the time I don't burn. And then yesterday, it did get really hot, but I wanted to wear a sweater so I could cover up my arms. I'm even in a light cardigan today. I have a dress on today, and I love this dress, but over my tank top, I had a Duluth Trading Co. tank top on yesterday that I just got, and I love it, and I love these shorts. These are Old Navy shorts. I used to work for Old Navy, so I worked there for, gosh, was it 7 years? I worked there a long time. Like, it was my first job outside of high school, and I kept it all through college and just loved it there. But so I know how they're close fit because I get a discount, you get a lot of clothes. And so these are Old Navy. They're like crop Bermudas, so they're a little bit, so they're like 5-inch. I am 5'1" and 26-inch legs. So 5-inch shorts are really long on me. So pants are fun. Regular pants, they are like way too long. Petites sometimes can be, like the short length can be long on me as well. It's a lot of fun being as short as I am. And the capris goes down to my ankles, so they look real great. So these go just right above my knee, super comfortable. They were so comfortable that I fell asleep in them last night before I woke up and, changed into my pajamas. But yeah, and then this is my favorite crew neck sweatshirt, striped. It's so cute. It is just the right size, right length. Everything is black and white striped. It's from Target. I hope Target gets more of these, like this style, in next year, because I will definitely be getting another one. But then, yeah, and then my hair was day old hair, that I had to put back like this because it wouldn't go up on the top of my head from my pigtails. And yeah, that was what I did yesterday. And today I am wearing a dress, so I will be working on that. And I kind of like these ones that aren't colored, so I don't know. It depends on what I'm doing, because I've already tried, you know, I've tried Tombow. These both were Tombow. This one's with, I think most of them are with my pen, my fountain pens. This is my Black Cat by Wearing Ghoul, and I have that in a broad nib. That was really fun to color with. Just depends on the day, and I just am not feeling it. Like this one again is, this one is fountain pen, but this one is watercolor. So watercolor does work really well in my Leutsch terms. I kind of want to leave these because I like the lines, and I like that I did that. So I think I have a little time. I think I will do my May 10th here while you're on camera. So I can just go to the next page and we will do that. Okay, so I have my pencil first, and I usually just start with my circle for my head. Now for myself, I like to give I'm a little rounded, so I like to give my head like almost this like round block treatment for me. And then I usually do really thin, really thin, longer necks. But for myself, because I do have a little extra weight than some, I like to give myself a little bit bigger of a neck. And then I give myself, because I have, no matter what size I am, I have these wonderful, beautiful, wide hips. They definitely, I always joke that they definitely don't lie. And my upper thighs are where most of my weight is carried. I have very strong muscular thighs and calves, and I am a plus size woman, you know, happy to be a reppin' plus size woman. No, I'm not happy to rep anything. I just am me. So I'm just happy to just be me. And I have these cute platform sandals on right now. They are, again, these ones, I was really excited because they're from Kuru. So they have this really nice support in them, because Kuru brand is made for people who have foot problems, and I do. So Old Navy had really wonderful floors. Let me tell you, they were they were cement floors. And so I am wearing today this cute dress I got from Costco that is Nautica brand, and it was giving me when I saw it, it was giving me, what do you call it, like boat wife vibes, and like go back to the early 2000s preppy vibes, and I had to have it. And it's really cute, and it's got these tiers. So I just kind of just draw them out. And at this stage in my drawing, I'm gonna look and see, yep, and it just goes, at this stage in my drawing, I just kind of give it, because this is a quick sketch, I just give it just kind of a quick look right there. And because I'm gonna, yeah, and I've been walking around all day. We went to the library, and then I'm gonna do this. And I usually don't draw in my glasses until the end. And I am gonna look this way. And I want this guy, this eye to be here. And I think, you know what, actually, yeah, I think I try not to erase too much in this stage, but I do think I want my mouth open. I'm smiling big because I've had a good day. Besides my son, you know, throwing up everywhere. But my other son and I, we went to the library, and then he got to go to the hardware store with his dad, and I'm got my hair in I have this little bun, and it's kind of a mess. Yeah, because it's just a day. So that's how that looks. And then I take my lovely kneaded eraser and I roll it out like this. This is how I do these things. You know, this is just how I do it. And I just roll back and forth just to get this lighter. Love this trick, especially when I'm inking with fountain pens. So, because I'll go back and really erase it later. but I can choose to color this later or not. But today I am using this TWSBI, and it has the Diamine Forever Honey Pot. I am having a really hard time not just inking up every single Diamine Forever. I have, I think, 5 inked up right now, 4 or 5, something like that. I have Butterscotch. I have the Aqua Surf. I have, what else do I have? I realized her eyes were way too far away because my eyes are not that far away. I have, this is Honey Pot. I have a mix that's a butterscotch with, it's like a green and smoky mauve. So yeah, that is 5. Yeah, so I do have 5. So yeah, and I don't know why I always, like, it feels like I always, and I've been trying to like switch it up and do somewhere else. I always go for my eyes when I'm inking. Like that's, or like not even just on me, but on anything. I always go for the eyes, and I feel like they're just my anchor point for the body. But they're also like one of the most expressive parts of a drawing. Yeah, I do have my hair kind of tucked. Kind of tucked behind my ear, but obviously pieces fall out because I do not hold it in. There's my earring. I've had the same earrings in for like years because I didn't want my earrings to, or my ears to close up. I've had my ears pierced since I was 18 months old. My mom went and got them for me. And I'm one of those people who I'm really glad she did because I've always just had ears pierced. But my second hole I got when I was 18, and it closed up on me when I didn't wear earrings for a while. Didn't wear earrings when I had tiny infants. And so I just didn't want them to close and be pains or have issues. So I just keep earrings in. They're just simple silver hoops. And this is what I do. This is how I do things. I've really come up with a rhythm of how I work, especially when it comes to these little drawings of myself. And like these are very quick. You know, I don't want them to be perfect. I don't think they need to be. I am wearing a gray cardigan now, but this was the look. This was the look I was going for, especially because it is 85 degrees out and I don't want to be hot all day. Okay, I am loving Honey Pot, by the way. This is random, but I am loving Honey Pot. I inked this up this morning, and this is the first time, this is the first time I've used it besides in the like swatching. Oh my gosh, this is lovely. I am really loving the Diamine Forever inks. I don't know if I've mentioned that, 500 times. It's just that happens quite often if you're not being careful. And because I'm left-handed, working like this tends to be dangerous, but that happens. Bleeding happens. If this was like a finalized picture, I would do something to fix that, but this is just a sketch, so just a simple sketch, and I may come back and color it in later. But this dress that I'm wearing has these really pretty like tan stripes. So it's a Nautica dress. I think they have the like little Nautica, which is like this. The Nautica logo right there. That's right there. And I just feel really put together. And what's really fun is I feel really put together, and it is one piece, and it literally feels like pajamas, but it looks so nice. Like I feel like one of those, I don't know what you call it, like tennis moms or whatever. The mom that is in the PTA, that is definitely not me, because as a teacher myself, I can't do PTA. I just do not have time. And I like to have a little bit of life outside of my hobbies, but I am very involved with my kids. So I don't think I need to be involved with the parent-teacher association, because I make friends with my kids' teachers, kind of, like I feel like we're pretty friendly because they know I'm a teacher. So it makes things easier because we kind of, can talk district-wide things and whatnot. So yeah, I don't feel like I need to be on the PTA. Maybe someday, maybe if the kids want me to when I get older, but our school is very involved. But I just kind of feel, I don't know, I feel just put together with this. I don't generally wear makeup anymore because as I've gotten older, my eyes have gotten drier, and so makeup really bothers my eyes, and so I just try to make my clothes look cute. And my hair, it is so long. It is seriously down to almost my bottom, and so I need to get it cut. So I just throw it in a ponytail because it gets so hot and sweaty and gross, and who am I kidding? I can't have it short because I always like it up in a ponytail. It's part of like the neurodivergent stuff of mine, you know, the textures and things. I don't want my hair touching me and it gets snarly, and then I'm like playing with it all the time. I wonder if other people deal with that. I don't know. I have a lot of texture things. So those are my stripies. They're very thin, and they have a big thick. So it's like this butterscotch brown, then white, butterscotch brown, white. Yeah. And this was like a $10 dress, $10 or $15 dress, something simple, like super low cost at Costco. So yeah, there we go. And then I'm just gonna go like this and go May, because I can trace the May 8th, but it is the 10th. Yeah, this ink though, like this, of all inks that I've had, all artist inks, the Diamine Forever inks are the inks that have had the most shading, and their flow is so good. I have not had a single problem with this Diamine Forever. It is all flowed so well. It is so nice, and I just am in love with it. It mixes like a dream. Yeah. So if you are still on the fence about Diamine Forever inks and you want one that works, get you this ink. Like it is fantastic. I can't say that enough. And I love it. I just love it. I have already ordered more bottles of it because I just love it. And the dry time thing is pretty normal for most fountain pen ink. So I'm going to use this kind of as a blotter to go back to the other page. I have this little, what do you call it? What do you call these? Highlighters? I have a highlighter, and this highlighter is extra messy and extra juicy and extra wet. So I am going to just use it really quick so you can see how nice it works on these inks. Just saying, like every single one of these has been one of my shades. This is my mix of butterscotch and skyline. Every single one of these drawings that I have used has used one of the colors of the Diamine Forever inks. Like I am way obsessed with it. That's butterscotch. That's smoky mauve. That's the green I mixed. A smoky mauve, the aqua, I think it's called like aqua surf, and then the honey pot. Oh, they're so great. It's so fun that I can take anything with it and it works. And it's been really great in my pens. So yeah, and I haven't had any hard starts with any of my Choice Bs. I haven't had it in, I did have it in one of my Jinhao 10s, but the Jinhao 10s have issues. So, but yeah, this is where I'm at. I decided I was going to do it once a week, but I decided I'm going to do it every 10 days where I update you on how my outfits are going. It's been really great though, like going through and getting able to like let things go, knowing what sizes fit, like letting this go, and yeah, letting my shirt go and making sure I have jeans that fit and everything. It's really nice because I've also, like, as I'm going through, like, I'm not I'm not drawing them, but I am going through my drawers as I'm going through this year, or as I'm going through this, and I am getting rid of other things too that I'm like, yeah, I don't want to wear that. I had something just like that on yesterday and I don't want to wear that, you know? So it's really been nice. I feel like I'm just more cognizant and aware. And the thing though that I have to realize with all of this is that while this may be a no-brainer for some people, I have to caveat that 6 years ago, some days I couldn't even get out of bed and I couldn't function. Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, like I have lived clinically depressed for so long that some of these things are no-brainers for people, but the will to just even cope with everyday things has been so different, and I've healed so much. So going through this feels wonderful for me, like, because these are normal things that some people go through, but I had a lot of issues with it, like with clothes. I could not like function thinking about things, and I couldn't do my laundry and I couldn't have routines because I had to focus more on my mental stuff that was like the will to get out of bed. I needed to combat that and get to that before I could get here. So it's just one of those reminders of like, this is where I'm at, but know that my journey to get here was long and hard and at times grueling and painful, and it's not always wonderful. It's not always butterflies. It's not always rainbows. It's a lot of work and therapy. I mean, I see my therapist every 2 weeks now, but there was a point in my life where I saw her every single week, and then I would drop off and I would fall back. And so these little habits that I have now, I have built over years. So this feels really good to me in so many different ways that I can actually look at my clothes and not think about, like, I'm not thinking about all the things I want to buy. I'm really thinking, is this what I want? And I know that this is something that people go through with their pens too, because I've seen people where they're really thoughtful, and I'm like, I want to tackle this first. And so maybe I'll tackle my pens at some point, but like, tackling my clothes is a huge thing for me. I am not even joking. When I was in college, because I worked at Old Navy, like I mentioned, I had a laundry chute right outside of my door in the house that I was sharing with 3 roommates. And I had this laundry chute, and when I had dirty clothes, I would just throw them down in the laundry chute, and they would go straight to our basement where our washer and dryer was. And at one point, I had enough clothing that the pile of dirty clothes, and I still had clothes in my drawers and my closet, the pile of clothes was 5 feet tall. It was as tall as me. It was literally a mountain of clothes. So like, looking at where I'm at, this is not where I'm at now. Like, this is really just getting down to those 10 to 15 to maybe 20 outfits that I really love. Feels really good. Because I mean, even have I worn things the same? Like my shoes, I used to have so many pairs of shoes that I could wear different shoes every day, and that's not the case anymore. I have this pair of shoes. This is the first time I've worn these this month, just because. But I had tennis shoes here. I had the same sandals in this picture. You can't see them, but I had them in. I actually was wearing my sandals there, but I didn't like how they looked in that picture. But here, I had the same sandals on. These are my Birkenstocks, but I wasn't walking everywhere. These ones are a structured walking sandal. So the moment that the warmth comes, I do that. So yeah, and then my Birkenstocks, and my Birkenstocks are like my weekend shoe. So yeah. Anyway, that is that for today. Let me know what you think. Is this something that is inspiring for you? Are you going to do something like this? Have you gone through your clothes and really thought about it? Yeah, let me know. If you got this far in the video and you don't have any questions or comments for me, go ahead and leave me a bee emoji or some sort of honey thing because of the honey pot ink. by Diamine, and because I'm just in love with it already, and I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.